Hi, this is Julia Chambers, and I'm going to walk you through my own personal learning environment and then take you on a tour of a student-designed personal learning environment on an iPad. My personal learning environment is hosted on a site called Protopage, which I originally designed in Library 250 last fall. It consists of three parts, and you're looking right now at the portal, which contains most of the apps and sites that I visit regularly. So I have Gmail, my work email, a to-do list, the New York Times headlines, and a calendar. All the red tabs right here relate to my personal learning network, which ranges from blogs that I follow to online tools that I access daily, as well as tools that I use in my work. Reviewing resources, mostly again blogs that I follow in terms of selecting books. I have some reference links, and these I often access for work purposes, and it's essentially replaced my Digo applet. I actually tend to go here more now than Digo. And all the organizations that I belong to professionally. And finally, here's my portfolio. I have both my published work, everything from papers to tutorials that are available to the public, lesson plans that I've designed. And then I have a private section as well, which includes, works in progress. These are lessons that I'm working on, and then personal publishings that probably always will remain personal. For the student designed personal learning environment, I worked with a fourth grader on an iPad, since I work at a one-to-one iPad school where iPads are the primary way students interact with information, and I wanted to design a personal learning environment that made sense, or made the most sense for this tool. So here is a personal learning environment on an iPad. The home screen is the portal to the student's personal learning environment and contains the primary tools and apps that students most use at home and at school. And you can see most of the apps deal with communication and scheduling, but there's also news and a Kindle. The apps here at the bottom are the ones that students will likely access from every page or part of their personal learning environment. So I put the camera, the browser, and email there. So moving on, the next screen begins the student's personal learning network and portfolio. And what we discovered on the iPad was that many of the learning tools and social network apps had built-in private portfolios that could at any time be shared and made public. So the next few screens contain a blending of these two areas of the student's personal learning environment. So this screen holds the primary learning tools that the student uses throughout the day, mainly for school, but also for personal use. And I'll just point out, Dropbox is how they share assignments. This app right here goes directly to their school website where they get all their assignments and interactions with their teachers. Goodreader is a good example of both a good online social networking tool as well as a place to store items. So if you go to the portfolio, you can see, for example, here's a book talk that the student had done, and she can make that public at any time through some of the sharing features here. So Google Drive and KidBlog are two other private and public collaboration and portfolio tubes. YouTube, again, of course, is a way to enable the student to showcase the videos that she's created. ScreenChomp right here is another social networking tool in which students can combine whiteboard technology with VoiceThread and create videos they can share with teachers or fellow students. The next screen contains subject or skill-specific folders, starting with research, which is useful here for all the classes. And you'll see here the library catalog right here and some other databases that are used regularly. Also the social bookmarking tool Delicious right here. And then you'll see math and science and all these other tools that are used specifically within classes. Music, you'll see GarageBand, and we sort of debated whether or not GarageBand should be in this folder or the general tools area or even in entertainment, but we decided to try it out here first. And we had some of the same questions about the tools in the visual arts folder and decided to bundle them up here for now. And then finally, we have an entertainment section at the end, which helps keep temptation away from the students' learning tools and networks. So Netflix and Amazon Instant Video and a games folder is here at the end. And this is a work in progress for this student, but she's excited about the organization and is eager to see how it works for her. She also liked that a lot of these apps had that publishing quality that enabled her to either store her work or share it with others. And that is the student personal learning environment. Thank you.